Hi everybody, Mitch Schwartz, your Las Vegas real estate professional since 1987, here to talk to you about a very important question on everybody's mind. Do you have to file bankruptcy to avoid foreclosure? I know I hear it all the time, and you're probably talking about it with your friends and neighbors and maybe even discussing it with an attorney. And I want to talk to you about that because it's very, very important. And before I do that, I want you to take a look at the link below. It's for my website called shortorstaylasvegas.com. It's actually a way for you to determine whether or not your house and when it's going to be an asset again. It's an instrumental tool helping many people decide on whether or not short sale is the right option for them. Take a look. Put in a couple of bits of information about your house, your loan, your interest rate. Within minutes, you'll get an email back explaining to you the difference between your house being an asset and when it's where it is at today, and how long it'll take, and how much interest you'll have to pay while you wait for it to become an asset again. It's a great tool. Take a look at it. If you have any questions, just give me a call. So let's move into it. Do you actually have to file a bankruptcy in order to avoid a foreclosure? Well, I find this question oftentimes I have to answer it with a question, and the questions really are as follows. Has there been a notice of default filed? Has there been a notice of sale recorded? How much bills do you have? I mean, are you really overloaded with bills, or is it just your house you're struggling with? Are you insolvent? I mean, these are questions that an attorney should ask you, and I would, by all means, make sure you have this discussion with an attorney, because I'm certainly not one. But some of the issues I actually take with attorneys is the first thing they hear when someone is running towards a foreclosure, that they immediately wanted to file a bankruptcy, and that's not always the best solution either. You want to take a look at the big picture. Has there been a notice of default filed? Well, there hasn't been. Chances are you might not need to file a bankruptcy. Is there a notice of sale? If there isn't one, you probably don't need to do a bankruptcy. Unless you're really overwhelmed with bills, and there's statutory regulations as to what are required as a percentage of your income for the bills before you could be considered insolvent and have more bills than you can handle. So you want to look at that. If you're not overwhelmed and it's just your house, then chances are it's not a problem. So I wouldn't, again, run to bankruptcy immediately. Question it with your attorney. Get a second opinion. I would actually talk to an attorney, then maybe talk to a real estate agent, because depending upon the situation, there's a good chance. So the answer to your question is basically this. No, Virginia, you don't necessarily need to file a bankruptcy in order to avoid a foreclosure. I would suggest talking to people, finding out what's in your best interest, and make the decision accordingly. If you file immediately just because someone says you should, doesn't necessarily mean it's the right situation for you. I would advise, if you have any specific questions or you have any specific needs, shoot me off an email, send me a Facebook message, or best of all, give me a call on my phone. I'd be happy to answer any questions I can for you. I hope you're having an awesome day, and I look forward to talking to you soon.